Hi, so in this video, I want to talk through and explore a recent music video I shot for the artist Lisa Marini. So recently, Lisa Marini has launched her new album, in fact, her second album, and I had the opportunity to work with her to produce a music video for one of her songs, Tin Petals. She's an extraordinary artist. She's got a amazing voice, and it was an exciting opportunity for me to work with her. I love her creativity, concepts and visuals that she had in her head, and how we worked together. The basic setup was that I had my iPhone. I had just two lights for this shoot. That's all I chose to use on this particular shoot. I wanted to use a lot of practical lighting, which was already in the location, so it kind of served well that I only needed. And they were quite tight, the spaces that we were filming in, so having those two lights just made it a lot easier for me working on my own to actually be able to work fluidly with her, because there's a lot of movement and she was coming up with a lot of creative ideas in the moment, so you had to kind of shoot it. So the style of it was handheld, using the iPhone, the Blackmagic camera app, and as I mentioned, two lights. But in addition to that, I experimented with a couple of lenses. So I used the new Cinema series of lenses by Shiftcam. So I have the whole kit, but there were two lenses in particular that I was really interested in using. So I did actually use the wide angle lens in a couple of I'm trying to remember now, in a couple of the scenes I needed a little bit more scope, so I did use one of their wider angle lenses, but in general I shot mostly with the 60mm lens and also the 75mm lens. Now, bit of confusion possibly over that. The 75mm lens is actually a macro lens, so it works when you're extremely close to the subject. This lens in particular I was really into, and you will see from different shots that I shot a lot of extreme close-ups in the actual music video that just gave a really lovely sort of image quality from it, and there was a little bit of grain. It reminded me of filming with film, with 16mm. It had that kind of feel to it, and it did definitely add extra depth to the actual filming, in the sense of depth of field, should I say. So that was really interesting, because I know that obviously with the most recent iPhones, the iPhone 16, iPhone 17, even the iPhone 15, that actually there is a reasonable amount of depth of field naturally in the lenses, or artificially it's able to cope with a bit more depth of field, should I say. But I was a bit hesitant to know what this 75mm lens would do, but I was really pleased and really quite surprised. It actually really extended that depth of field, and I was really pleased with the results. But yeah, overall, it was fantastic. We shot the music video, I think, in about 3 hours. Again, this was the whole point of shooting on the phone, was being able to be really quick. I was lightweight with two lights moving around the room. And we were then allowed in that space to explore concepts on movements and what part of the chorus and what part of the track we were working to. She was great in the ideas that she wanted to explore, so I kind of worked with her on that. I looked at obviously the lighting and the setup and the background and the movements, and so yeah, handheld filming all the way through, keeping it as light and simple as possible, playing a little bit with the lighting depending on which piece of the music that we were playing to. But yeah, really happy with the results, and yeah, it's viable. It's viable for anyone. So the setup was pretty cheap. Okay, The shiftcam lenses are pretty expensive, but to be honest, you don't really need those lenses in order to shoot a really good video. I just wanted to explore the lenses, and this was an opportunity with this particular music video. But it's not a must. And if you know what you're doing, you can still get really good results from actually the lenses on your phone. Do remember that obviously in low light, you've got to be careful with noise issues. And also remember that lighting is essential. It's mobile filmmaking doesn't create any magic. Shooting on your phone, it's not going to give you an instant amazing shot. You've got to work with it. You've got to understand Blackmagic Camera App and how that works. So really look up on that if you've not had a chance. And also take your time in lighting, and make sure that you can use, if you haven't got access to lights, use as many practical lights as you possibly can. You'll always get a better result when you're filming. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the music video. I'm going to show that now, and thanks so much for watching.
Wrapped inside my own metal steel box of tin petals. If I had the strength to start and break, but I don't. They say a day is 24 short hours, trying doors. If I made time to push, show me where to go. Old road, you're all I know. The same soil, but for us all. Path has sold, has it been cold? My teeth are cracked, did I slip unnoticed? Where is it safe to fall, so I might know? Starving off, disagreed, grazing sleep, black seed. When will rest the honored I eat? Old road, you're all I know. The same soil, but for us all.